The EP Podcast. Heard everywhere podcasts can be found, and always at theeppodcast.com.
And welcome into the EP Podcast Weekend Update, a very quick look at your weekend in Evergreen Park and the surrounding area. And it, along with everything else that the EP Podcast does, is brought to you by the First National Bank of Evergreen Park. Whether you're saving for your first home, your child's education, or looking ahead to retirement, First National Bank of Evergreen Park has the solutions and expertise to help you reach your savings goals. Their expert team of bankers are here to support you every step of the way with great savings accounts, certificates of deposit, and more. To find an account that's right for you, make an appointment to meet with a banker at bankevergreenpark.com/EPPod. Member FDIC. Joining me now on the EP Podcast, good friend of the show. We're so lucky that he jumps on every once in a while and talks with us, and a nice guy too. Mayor James Sexton joins us. How are you, sir?
Good, great, Chris. Good morning. Good to be with you.
How's the fam? Everybody doing good right now?
They're all good, knock on wood.
That's awesome. Well, I think you know what the first thing I'm going to ask you about is, because it's everything that everybody wants to know about right now. It's Halloween in Evergreen Park, and I got kids that are already planning out their costumes. I'm thinking about getting myself like a big long PVC pipe. I keep seeing these things on Facebook where I can slide the candy down the banister to kids for a little bit of social distancing. What's going to happen? Do we know what's happening yet for Halloween in Evergreen Park?
Well, first of all, the Recreation Department is planning a big movie party over at the community center on Friday the 23rd and Friday the 30th with 2 shows each night where you can come in with your family in your car, park, get out of your car, sit in front of your car and watch movies. They will give candy and some treats out when you pull in. So there's going to be 4 shows, 2 on the 23rd of October and 2 on the 30th. Scary movies at the community center. So that's plan number 1. And all the social distancing and all the precautions will be in place. That's why the outdoor event. Then we are looking for Halloween and for Saturday, which is Halloween this year, possibly between 3 and 6. But we haven't set all of the rules and regulations into place as of yet because we want everybody to be safe. But we also want kids to be kids. We will get some banners, posters for your house. If you don't want people stopping, we certainly understand that. But the kids need to get out and be as normal as they possibly can be. As you know, we had a very successful baseball season this year. We were one of the first to do baseball with precautions. The girls' softball and the boys' club did an incredible job. We pulled that off. We started a preschool back up with no problems since late August. And some of our schools are starting to open back up. So I think if we use the proper precautions, that's mask and cleaning, sanitizing as best we can, we are starting to find out a little bit more about this virus.
That's big news from Mayor Sexton. The complete interview coming out this Monday on the big show that is 30 Minutes of Good in a World of Dumb, available for you when you wake up to start your work week here at the EP Podcast. We talked with the mayor about a variety of things, including more on the Halloween plans for Evergreen Park. For now, let's take a look at your weekend weather. Man, fall hit us like a ton of bricks, right? The day this show comes out, 55 the high and 42 the low at night. Saturday and Sunday sitting in the 50s, 58 on Saturday as a high, 55 on Sunday, and the low gets down to 39 degrees with morning showers and 13 mile-an-hour winds on Sunday. So far, it looks like it's getting into the 60s and 70s with some sun during the week. But get the sweatshirts out, the hoodies, the fall sweaters, your mocha, latte, pumpkin, whatever. October is here. There are some garage sales this weekend. One of them already going on at 3355 West 91st Street as of today, going through Saturday, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. The other one has started at 9116 South Ridgeway Avenue, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. all the way through Sunday. Meanwhile, early voting begins Monday, October the 19th, at the Oak Lawn Village Hall. If you want to early vote, you have to go there, 9446 South Raymond. The election, of course, November the 3rd. If you want to find out where your polling place is, go to vote411.org. Evergreen Park Chamber of Commerce is doing a small business marketing series each and every Wednesday. And after you get through this weekend, maybe in the middle of the week, you want to join me. I'll be the guest speaker October the 7th, Wednesday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. It's an online Zoom call. We're going to be doing small business marketing when it comes to podcasts, creating your own, advertising on them. Plus, I'm going to talk a little bit about guerrilla marketing. There's an awful lot of ways for a small business to get attention, whether you have an actual storefront or you're working out of your home. I am honored that the Chamber asked me to speak at one of these. You can go register right now at evergreenparkchamber.org. Pick the October 7th event. Quitting smoking is hard, and not everyone is going to find success with the same product. Luckily for Evergreen Park, there's Cool Clouds Vapor Shop. Since 2014, Cool Clouds Vapor Shop has been offering a variety of electronic cigarettes and e-liquids, helping adult smokers find the right fit when looking for an alternative. And there's nothing like walking in there and finding a large range of devices you can use. They even have a tester bar with over 150 incredible flavors to choose from. Evergreen Park residents Reed, Bridget, and their staff provide a welcoming environment where smokers can come and have an honest conversation about their smoking habits and their goals. And now Cool Clouds offers a range of CBD products that can help with pain, inflammation, anxiety, sleep. Adult smokers, visit Cool Clouds Vapor Shop today, 3837 West 95th Street in Evergreen Park. Cool Clouds Vapor Shop of Evergreen Park, providing quality products at reasonable prices and the best customer experience possible. And the Evergreen Park Youth Department has put out a list of activities for your kids to get involved in as they continue to find safe ways to open up and offer services. Dance class openings, and these things start as early as this Monday. There's beginning teen tap, hip hop 2 for grades 3 through 5, jazz 3 grades 4 and 5, and then tap and ballet for ages 4 and 6. Register at the community center. Meanwhile, the youth center game room is going to be open. It's Monday through Friday now, 3 to 8 p.m. Grades 5 through 12, they must wear a face mask. And the community chores program is reopened as well. This is for grades 5 through 12. If you have a kid you want to put to work, or if you're somebody in the area that has some jobs for kids to do, 708-229-3377. Ask for Paisha Allen, good friend of the show, been on a bunch of times. She runs the youth department. Talk to her about that. And the ever valuable American Academy of Pediatrics babysitting class is coming back. It's going to be Saturday, November the 14th. I know this thing fills up really quickly. It's $46 per student. Only 10 kids in this class. I had my daughter do one of these. I'm putting my son through one of them. It is already paid off, as the 5-year-old was choking on a hot dog about 2 months ago, and I didn't even get there in time. One of my trained kids popped it right out of his throat. Trust me, it's worth it. Again, call Paisha, 708-229-3377 for more details. That's it. That's your weekend update. A nice quickie for you. Everything going on in Evergreen Park. Remember, on Monday, a full interview with Mayor James Sexton. John Brand from Open Outcry going to stop by. We're going to try out some beers. Very soon, we're going to be handing out cash and valuable prizes to those of you with an EP Podcast car magnet on the back of your vehicle. Remember, you can get those at the First National Bank of Evergreen Park. Go inside or through the drive-thru, ask for it. It's free. Or go to the eppodcast.com, order one. We will come by and drop it off. And also, if you're like me and you're a White Sox fan whose season suddenly ended and you have not checked it out, Sox in the Basement, the #1 podcast for White Sox fans. With a season wrap-up, SoxInTheBasement.com or anywhere podcasts can be found will be out on Saturday. So this weekend, sit down for 30 minutes of Sox. My name is Chris. For Hannah Beth, my co-host, who you will hear on Monday joining me, this is the EP Podcast, found everywhere podcasts can be found and always at the eppodcast.com. Have a great weekend.
Look at all those people in this great suburb driving down 95th and Kedzie. What a great place. It's called Evergreen Park, but we know it better as the EP. We're known for more than just the Unabomber. Remember Ted Kaczynski? You guys might even remember that big old rooster on 95th Street. It's all part of EP's history. So listen up to the EP Podcast. You might be asking why. Because we talk about all things and we celebrate all the great things in the 60805. It's the EP Podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.